What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Auto Auction Rebuilds. We are back at Copart for another Copart walk around. Let's jump into this video today and see what we find. Yes, an old Toyota Corolla. I know what a lot of you are thinking. Why? Well, because you just don't see them anymore, and these are the types of cars that they just run forever. They run forever. I don't know anything about this car. It doesn't even say anything about it other than dents and scratches. I'd be willing to bet you money it runs. I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but I've seen some pretty gnarly looking Toyotas, and you put the key in the ignition, they fire right up. So I'm just curious to see if a 1992 Toyota Corolla sitting out here baking in the sun day after day, week after week, you know, might have any life left in it. It could be a decent car for somebody that doesn't need to use the back seats. Well, you know, manual windows, manual locks, cigarette brew, it's hot. Wow. Yeah, oh my. That's woo! Cigarette burns on the seats. Let's sit in here, get a good smell. Oh, no key. No, there's the key. There's the key right there. Ow! Dead as the door now. Take a look at that dashboard. Look at that instrument cluster. Wow. Boy, it's hot. It smells like an old car. Very, very odd because, I mean, I guess it is an old car, but these things were driving around all over the place when I was a kid, and it just doesn't seem like they're that old. But it sure has that smell of an older car. Oh, they took the battery. They took the battery. Uh-oh. Well, it's not a good sign. Ooh, that hood. I can't touch anything out here, man. Cannot touch anything out here. Let's check the oil. It's got a lot of it. Well, she's got some oil in her. That's for sure. Huh. Guess we better throw a jump on it. I'm curious to see if it'll do anything at all. It's all up to the car now. It's got juice. If it wants to run, it's gonna run. And if it doesn't, well, it ain't gonna run. So let's hop in and see what the verdict is. 179,000 miles. And it died. Oh, it's too hot in there. This is ridiculous, man. It's crazy out here. Let's put it, let's swap the negative over to here. See if that makes it any better. Come on. There you go. Make sure it's got a good bite. That negative is 90% of the time the reason why these things will not start when I put a jump on them. It's got a, oh, nothing there either. Well, this is fun. We're having ourselves a time over here, aren't we? This car wants to play games, so let's see if we can get back down here and bite on this negative again. All right. This time I'm not going to bother even sitting in it until I see that. What is that? Oh, rods. Oh, man. That's a shame. But I'm still going to say I called it. It runs. It says full. Something tells me that engine's a little too full on oil. You know what I mean? I don't know what happened, but it looks like somebody put a tad bit too much oil in it, or possibly it had a blown head gasket or something and you've got coolant that mixed in there. Either way, that's a shame, but like I told you, I fully expected you give it some juice, she'll run. Rods may be banging, too much oil, whatever else is wrong with it, doesn't matter. It still came right to life. Now, I don't think it's got a whole lot of life left in it, but it came right back to life. That's a Toyota for you. Well, this is a little bit backwards, but I got too hot. I had to come sit down. This is new for me. I've said it in several videos, and you're probably getting tired of it, but I got a new camera. It's the DJI Osmo Action 4, and I'm out here today. It is 99 degrees. You guys probably can't see, but it's 99 degrees right now with a heat index about 106. And I'm recording in 4K, and I haven't been able to kill the camera yet. I've tried, and I expected filming in 4K this thing would finally have to bite the bullet, and it didn't. Instead, I did. I couldn't take it anymore. I was dying out here. I finished all my water. I've got nothing left to drink, and I just couldn't do it anymore. So I walked up to this little Toyota Camry, and I started up, turned on the air conditioner, and while I was cooling off, I allowed my camera to cool off. And I was sitting here looking at this car, and I'm like, I want to put this on the video because, number one, it's a great little car. Great little car. It's got like 101,000 miles on the odometer, and I don't know why it's here. So, if we look at it, it's a 17 Toyota Camry, and it says loss type unknown. It's a beautiful car. Absolutely beautiful car. Interior looks good. It's running absolutely perfect. This is a nice little ride. And I may have been listening to the radio, and it's got a really good little radio in it too. Oh, it's so cool in there. Can I use this for a yard car? A little bit of a gap issue right here. You know, not sure what happened there. Maybe a prior accident, prior repair. Oh, no. I see it. How did I missed it. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see that or not. Can you see it? It's hail damaged. Yeah, it's got pretty bad hail damage. I'm telling you, the problem is these cars get covered in dust and dirt out here, and unless you're looking at them at just the right angle, it's hard to see. I see it clear as day now. How did I miss this? Oh my. Yeah, it's riddled in hail damage. That's a shame. It's also got bald front tires. Still not a bad little car, though. I wouldn't care. I'd drive this thing anyway. I'd absolutely drive this anyway. I would have no issue buying this car, and oh, thank you, Jesus. Oh, I wouldn't have any issues buying this car and using this as a daily driver. It's a decent little car, relatively basic, but it's got everything that you would want and need. It's nice. Important window works. We don't want to keep that down for too long, but yeah, you got lots of controls on the steering wheel. There's no warning lights on the dash. Hell, this thing says it's 102 degrees outside. That's probably closer to accurate. This is really nice. A nice little touchscreen. I don't know if it's got Apple Play or anything, but it looks like it's got AM, FM, Bluetooth. Reorder, was that for Sirius? Oh, no. So it's got a CD player, USB, FM, AM, Bluetooth, auxiliary. No Sirius on this, huh? Really? I find that to be absolutely crazy. I thought Sirius came in everything. Anyway, this is a great little car. I bet it goes forward and backwards. I mean, it's hail damage. You got a nice little backup camera right there. Yeah, backwards. Forwards. Not a problem. A nice little car, and I'll bet it doesn't go for too much money. Now, how many of you remember my little BMW? This thing is still here. I'm waiting. It's probably going to be a long time before this little car goes up for sale, but I'm definitely waiting on it. Still a little confused as to what happened to it, other than obviously it blew a tire. The tire is completely missing. A little damage to the back, as you'll see right here. But overall, not that bad. And I don't think so anyway. I don't think this is that bad, guys. And it's a convertible too. A little bit of dings and dents around it. This is not a bad little car though, guys. And I'm actually really excited to bid on that. So let's continue on and see what else we can find. Let me check the time real quick. 12:48. It's getting late. I've got an appointment here in just a little. Ooh, lots of hail. I know most people are not interested in a Chevy Sonic is what this is, if I remember correctly. Most people aren't going to be interested in one of these. I love these little cars, and I can't explain why. I just do. It's weird. Oh, wow. Look at that Mercedes, a C300. Wow. The whole back glass came out. Look at that. The whole glass, it just came out. Like as a sheet because it's tinted. Good Lord have mercy. You never know what you're going to run into out here, guys. You just never know. Here's a, well, I was going to say, here's a nice Honda. Not anymore. She took a gnarly hit to the front. Another Toyota. I like this body style. really do. Why is this one here? Is it hitting the back? Let's see. Oh, water flood. 2014 Corolla, a flood, really? Okay, I'm game. Let's play. Let's try it out. It's a Corolla S. I love this little car. I love the body style. Here's what I'm gonna do, because it's a flood. I'm gonna assume the interior probably smells really bad, and I don't wanna deal with that. So we're gonna open the doors. That'll let a little bit of a breeze through, right? And we can check this thing out a little bit better, because I hate getting in these cars and almost Ralphing. You know what I mean? Blech, blech. Come on, man. Nobody wants that. All right. Let's see. Actually, this car doesn't, it figures. One time I'm proactive, nothing. It doesn't smell. This car doesn't smell. Not at all. It actually smells good. The engine's chattering a little bit. Hopefully that goes away as it builds oil pressure. Maybe not. No. Come on. No. Let's check the oil. Maybe it just ingested a little bit of water. I bet it's fine. That chattering sounds like top-end chatter. And if it's got any water in it, that will definitely cause it. And sometimes these things just need a little bit longer. That looks like clean oil. That's clean oil. I don't see any water in there. It's not milky at all. In fact, that oil looks brand new. So we'll give it another shot. I don't like that chatter, but some of these cars sit for a long period of time, guys, and that can take a while for the top end to get relubricated. I don't know. That doesn't sound good. Come on. Come out of it. I'm going to rev it just a tiny bit, not much. No, that's not going to go away. That's a shame. That's a shame. Okay, well. Yeah. I suppose it wouldn't hurt to run some motor flush through it, but there could very well be some mechanical damage. You know, the damage could already be done. That might be the end of it. That's a shame. This is one I would be willing to take a chance on, just because it looks really good. I mean, it really does. The body looks really good. Everything under here looks good. I don't see anything leaking. The oil was clean, so it looks like somebody was taking care of the old girl. I would definitely start out by changing the oil with some really cheap oil, and I would dump some of the liquid moly engine flush in it, and I would run the hell out of it for a little while. That's what I would do. I would run it with the flush in it. I would drain the oil, change the filter, fill it all back up again with some good synthetic, and you know, maybe it could be saved. Most likely the damage is already done, but it doesn't hurt to try. So if this thing were to go for a decent price, I'd be interested in this. And look, it's got Water Shield Unlimited member. I don't know what Water Shield is, but apparently it didn't help very much when it came to the flood. So yeah. And right behind it, look, we've got the bigger car. This is a Corolla back here, and this should be a Camry sitting right next to each other. I wonder if this is a flood too. Loss type unknown. A 13 Camry. Hail damage. I could already tell you what the loss type is. I can literally walk around this car and see what the loss type is. This is a Camry SE, the bigger brother to the Corolla over there. Oh, it's got leather. Ooh. Well, this is a nice place to be right here. This is a really nice place to be. Take a look at that. Oh, I like this one. I don't think this one has any power. I mean, I like this one too. Sorry, car. I like this one too. But this wouldn't be so bad. What do these things get? I'm sure it's got a 4-cylinder under hood, unless it's like, what are they, the XLEs or whatever? They come fully loaded with everything. Those get the, oh, someone left the ignition on. Well, that's always nice. I hate that. I really do. But, you know, it is what it is. Let's pop the hood. I'm certain it's just going to be a little 4-cylinder under here. Needs a little jump start. There's your battery. Battery's getting a little old. It's right about time to change that. 2018. It's a 5-year-old battery. Let's throw, ooh, there's a, this is interesting. What is that, a coolant temp sensor? Disconnected? Why? Oil? Beautiful and clean. You know, you'll find a lot, not all of them, but you'll find a lot of Toyotas, and I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just the type of people that buy a Toyota, I suppose, you know. Come on. They just seem to take care of their stuff. Not all of the time, but I'm going to tell you right now, like most of the Toyotas that I look at and I get into, the majority of them are clean, well cared for, well maintained cars. I don't know why. It just seems to be something with the brand. The people that are attached to the brand Toyota, they really seem to be responsible when they love their cars. They care for their cars. Meanwhile, you go look at a Chevy Aveo, or you look at a Chevy Cruze or a Chevy Sonic, and a lot of those, the interiors are trash. There's French fries and rotten hamburgers and, you know, stuff spilled all over the seats. If you know why that is, drop a comment below, because I sure don't have a clue. Now, I got to show you this before we jumpstart that car. Look at this. This is metal, guys. I mean, this could rip you apart. Look at that. Wow, the way it just shaved the metal right off the car. All right, let me get the jump pack on this. Let's fire it up. I'll bet this thing runs like a top. Are you ready? Let's try it out. By the way, I'm experimenting with this new camera, guys, and I'm sure you guys have noticed some differences here and there throughout the filming, but see, made a lot of rattling noises and then it shut up just as soon as it built up oil pressure. That's what it's supposed to do. That's why I'm really thinking that car probably sucked some water, and the damage may already be done to the valve lash adjusters or lifters, whatever you want to call them. But anyway, right now I'm shooting at like a super wide angle. This is a pretty wide angle right here. Like, I'm standing pretty close to the car and you can see the whole car. I feel like shooting this way gives you guys more of a view of what I'm seeing. Like, this is more like what I'm looking at than when I shoot in the other kind of de-warped normal style. So drop a comment below. In fact, let me show you something right here. This is the wide field of view, and this is the de-warped field of view. I don't know if it makes any difference to you, but definitely comment below and tell me if you think there's any kind of a difference versus wide versus normal. Anyway, I'm going to go back to my wide field of view because I just like it better. There we go. And I didn't move the camera, so hopefully that'll show you the difference between wide and normal. I left the camera exactly where it was. The alternator is charging at 13.5, which is perfect. So we don't need this anymore. Hopefully we get this battery charged up, and it's not going to be me that buys this car, but maybe the next person will be able to come out here, start it up, and drive off in it. That'd be ideal, wouldn't it? Oh, man. Toyotas and their air conditioning, I'll tell you what. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I might buy a Toyota. I really might. The Camry's nice. It's kind of big, which I kind of like that. It's definitely like a good mid-sized car. It's got, again, the same type of audio system the other car had. Do we have... Can we turn it on? Let's turn it on and let's see what we have. Do we have Sirius XM? That's all I want. No, we don't. Why does Toyota not come with Sirius? I don't understand that. Well, anyway, the air conditioning is ice cold. And the dashboard? What do we have? We have a seatbelt light. That's it. That's it. 111,893 miles on the odometer. The important window? Yeah. Less important window? Yes. Hail damage? Yes. Now, my question is, would you rather take a chance on this car with hail damage or the red Toyota Corolla in front of us that has no hail damage and looks perfect, runs decent, but has a chattering engine? Personally, I'm kind of a fan of risk. I think I'd kind of like to take a risk on the red one up there. Let's put it in gear. No backup camera? Really? goes backwards, goes forwards. What more do you want? Some little storage compartments here. You got a 12-volt outlet. What do you got right here? Little storage compartment. This goes forward and backwards, kind of nice. And the seats are very comfortable, very soft leather. Little storage compartment down here as well. Traction control. Of course, lots of steering wheel controls. You've got your telephone, answer and hang up. That's pretty basic. Volume up and down, go back, and then menu, and like an enter button right there. Huh. What if they sing if this thing has got sport mode? Don't laugh, but I had one of these, and it was a great little car. This is a 2008 Honda Fit. It's actually the exact same year that I had. Mine was a 2008 Honda Fit. Mine was white, and I did Uber in it all over the place. I did Uber in Oklahoma City. I did Uber in Norman, I did Uber in Stillwater, and then I moved up to Indiana and I started doing Uber in Indianapolis when I lived in Terre Haute. Back then, there was no Uber in Terre Haute, Indiana. You had to drive all the way to Indianapolis, and they didn't have Uber Eats either. That didn't exist yet, and I don't think Postmates even existed at that point yet. It was still really early in the whole gig economy game, and I was so happy to be part of it at the time, and I'm still thankful to this day that I got to experience it. I had a lot of memories in that car. A lot of memories. Lots of passengers throwing up, and yeah, it was just a blast, man. It was it was an experience that I'll never forget. For those of you that don't know, and it's probably the majority of you, this channel used to be called something different. This channel was called Uberman because I specialized in the rideshare industry. I was one of a few top people in the country that drivers as well as these big companies would come to when they needed assistance. They needed suggestions. Uber ended up picking me up at one point, and they flew me out to Midtown Manhattan. They put me in a hotel called The Standard, and I remember that place. I was on the 13th floor, which I didn't think there was supposed to be a 13th floor, but they were putting in, I think, $600 or $700 a night for me to stay in an all glass room on the 13th floor. Anything I wanted, they catered to it. It was an exciting experience. And then shortly after that, Lyft got a hold of me and I was flown out to California. And then shortly after that, a startup company called Maestro came up and they had an idea for a new app. And they called me up to San Francisco. They flew me out there, put me in a nice hotel on Market Street. And before you knew it, my life had changed forever. I went from an Uber driver that drove a Honda Fit to an executive at a startup company, and I don't remember what Lyft called me. It was, anyway, Lyft had a certain name for me, and I can't remember it now. It's killing me. And Uber basically used me to do some video stuff for them, some interviews with one of their executives, and it was amazing. It was an amazing experience to go from a guy that lived in a trailer that had no prospects, nothing going on in his life, freshly divorced. I was in a bad place, and I went from that to somebody that was flying all over the country doing work for some multi-billion-dollar companies. It was an amazing experience. And eventually, Maestro went out of business. There were some allegations of embezzlement and other things, and it was really sad because I put in countless hours for that company to help build them. I was the social media director, and before that, I was the marketing director, and I knew nothing about marketing. I had to learn everything from scratch. I had to teach myself everything. Marketing 101 from nothing. I ended up using Facebook, and I was able to do a lot of Facebook ads, targeted ad campaigns. It didn't take me long to learn all this stuff either. And before long, it was just crazy how I went from the guy who did Uber to a guy who was going all over the country working with these big companies. And then eventually after Maestro, they didn't go under, I guess, but they sold the company off and all the original people are now gone. And I don't think it's anything. I think all that's left is a shell of what it used to be, which is really sad because I put everything into that company. I really did. I just got tired of it, and the videos kind of stalled out. You know, it got really boring, and the videos weren't doing all that well. So I saw Sam Crack and he was doing a Volkswagen repair in his front yard with chickens all around him, and I thought, if this guy can get the kind of views that he's getting, come on now. I said, come on, I can do this. Now, that's not necessarily true. Just because one person does something and is successful at it doesn't mean that everybody can do the same thing and be successful at it. But I saw what he was doing, and he was kind of a mentor to me. Still is. He still tells me when he thinks I'm going to make a bad decision. Like, he'll reach out to me and we talk, and he's a good guy. He really is. He's a really good guy, and he's been very influential to this channel becoming what it is from the very, very beginning. Before he even knew that he was influencing my channel, he was, because I saw him, I watched his videos over and over, and I said, man, I want to do what he's doing. And I cashed out all of my stocks. Thankfully I did. I cashed out of all of my cryptocurrency. Thankfully I did, because the market completely collapsed right after I did. I made a bunch of money, and I took it all and I invested it into cars and tools. And here we are today doing a Copart walk around on the new channel, Auto Auction Rebuilds. So I'm going to throw a jump start on this VTEC Honda. These things, not particularly fast, but man, it was a great car. It never broke down. I sold it when it had almost 200,000 miles on it, and it just kept going. That's nice. Yeah. Okay. Enough. We're not doing this. I'm not playing this game with you today. You scared the bejesus out of me. The key doesn't turn, doesn't want to do anything. I don't know what's going on with it. Maybe it was some kind of a theft. It's got some hail damage, so I thought maybe this was a hail damage car. I don't know, but like the alarm goes off as soon as you turn, or as soon as you turn that battery on. This thing just starts going crazy at you. Did it lock? Oh no! Oh, thank goodness. Whew. Okay. For a minute I thought I locked the car. Never mind. You know what? I was really interested in this car just because it's kind of nostalgic for me. But now. Pass. Well, we're almost to the 30-minute mark on this video, so I'm gonna run out the time here, run out the clock, just walking around seeing if we can find anything interesting. I love this Lexus, and I know oh, never mind. I thought we just found the next car. Love this Lexus, and then I saw this. I thought Monkey Wrench Mike would love this. He is a big Lexus fan. He sure loves his Lexus cars. Hopefully he brings one to the channel soon. I think that'd be really cool. Okay, an Impala. Wow, looks like, I think we all know what happened to this one, don't we? Hood came up on somebody and smashed into the windshield. Yep, seen that happen a million times. I don't know. It's got some damage to the front too. Maybe they hit something after, but this hood definitely flew up. You can clearly see that. It definitely messed up the roof. This is done. This is done. All right, well, we gonna find anything else interesting out here? I don't think so. Oh, is that a 370? Little 370Z? I like this. Why is it here? Oh, hold on, it's not bad. What are we talking about here? What's going on? I don't see any ripples in the body. It's got some key marks, like somebody keyed the dang thing. Is it hail? Yeah, oh. Oh. Okay. Well, that's the way it goes, guys. Remember, it's a salvage auction. You know, I get all excited when I see something, and then, you know, you walk around to the other side and you get a big fat reality check right to the face, man. This right here, though, I could do this. A lot of you guys and gals love trucks. You asked me to show more of them. I love trucks too, so that works out for all of us. Is this a K1500, or is this, yeah, it is 4x4. 2014 GMC K1500. It's got the small back seats. Tires are about done. It's got some nice chrome rims. What size are these? These are 20s. LT 285 55 20s. Oh, well, see what, that's exactly what I was talking about. Right there, and over here too. Okay, well, I love the little antenna though. The little bullet antenna. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Well guys, we're at the end of the row anyway, so might as well walk over here. Here's a Mercedes, what is it, a GLE? A GL 450. Again, another Monkey Wrench Mike car. I'm finding a lot of stuff for Monkey Wrench Mike out here. He needs to come out here instead of Tulsa. I think they got more stuff that's right up his alley here. Why is this one here? This one is not wrecked. Huh. Okay, well, we'll just look at it real quick, guys. It's the last car. It's the last, oh, flood damage, 2015 flood damage. You know, used to, they wrote on the windshield, like D for drive, S for start, or N for non-runner. They don't do that anymore. So when you're just walking around out here, you have no, oh wow, yeah. When you're just walking around out here, you have no idea what's going on. Boy, it is a, oh, wow, woo. Oh, that stinks. Water got in here. You can clearly see there's a water line going up, up, up. There's all kinds of debris inside the SUV as well. Yep. Oh, there's mud up here, guys. Yeah, there's mud up here too, all the way up. This thing went for a swim. Let's take a look under the hood. I don't think we're going to try to start this one, guys. I don't think so. I think this one went for a serious swim. Well, I don't know. It's got spider webs. Of course, there's no dipstick to check the oil, is there? What is this? Is that a dipstick for the oil? There's nothing in it. Nothing. Well, we're definitely not going to try to start it. So I'm guessing it had water in it, and somebody must have drained it. I'm guessing that's the oil. Whatever it is, there is absolutely nothing in there at all. Anyway, oh, there it is. There it was. It's nice though, isn't it? Boy, she's nice. And I just got a text message from Papa Murphy's telling me they're having a special today on a pizza. I'm on a diet, man. Can't have a pizza. You know how much that sucks? Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be it for this video. I want to thank each and every one of you for taking the time to watch my videos. If you enjoy this content, hit the thumbs up button, drop a comment below, and consider subscribing to the channel. Until next time, stay safe out there, everybody. I look forward to seeing you all again very soon in the next one.